Hello, I'm Rick, and you're watching Pro Gamer Parent. Today I want to talk to you about life isn't easy. And I think the lure with computing game play, you can always follow the flow. It's also always quite easy choices in most games. And you know what to expect, you know if it's worth it. Real life is messy. Real life has infinite number of choices. And there are studies that show that the more choices we have, the more unlucky we feel about the choices, the more unhappy we are of the alternative choice we didn't choose. So how can we embrace easiness in our life? And I think it goes back to intention. I do believe we have to teach our kids to breathe, to not compare, but what do I want out of it? Not let other people, if we look at a game ranking and we're the best, it's easy to say, yeah, I've got this. But if then it's an overhaul, perhaps a new patch and the game ranking is wiped, and suddenly there's someone else on top of us, our ability overnight didn't vanish. Yes, because someone else grabbed our line in the scoring. There's an infinite way that could mean that they're ahead of us. And I find this too when we look at downloads in whatever industry you're in. It's so easy, you're so grateful, you're looking at your own trajectory and everything goes so good, and then suddenly you're dwarfed by your best friend who's doing it so much better. And I think it's important that we remind ourselves that I didn't do worse, yes, because she did better. And especially when it comes to computer gameplay, because it is so easy to look at the mechanics. Of course, I'm not saying we should hide behind this and go easy on ourselves without looking at the pattern. That's way more interesting. How often am I not where I intend to be? Is there a gap between my ambition level and my effort level? Or am I, and that gap can be in two ways. That gap can be, I want to be here, but I'm only willing to invest this kind of effort. That it could also be that I want to be here, but I'm investing in things that it's not going to go there where I want to be. I need to figure out how can I go there. And quite often I want to be here, but it feels like I'm investing like this. Why is it like I feel I'm investing more than I'm getting? Quite often, once again, life isn't easy. It's hard to know are we doing the right thing, and embracing this might not work. How can we do it anyway? That takes kindness to oneself, daring to go up and keep delivering. But quite often, because it takes a while until life becomes easy, and until you found a position to serve whatever you want to serve. If it's a cause or if it's a group of people, it takes a while before you get that momentum everyone is talking about. So please keep shipping, keep training, or whatever it is that helps you level up on that ladder. But don't go hard on yourself because something externally like a wipe or reset of whatever ranking system there is, and suddenly you're not where you used to be, someone else is walking in your seat kind of thing. You didn't perform less just because of that. Could also be in real life, companies downsizing, and so things need to change. Doesn't have to be a personal thing. Don't make it personal, make it about what did I intend to get out of my time here, and what kind of result did I intend to give to my employer for my time here? And once again, the pattern though is, am I often surprised when things like this happen? Perhaps I should work ahead of time proactively, like having a resume out and building those relationships that makes a choice easy for me to take, so I can sidestep collisions like that easily. Because life isn't easy, but you sure can make life easier with these few tricks, as being kind to yourself, embracing reality for what it really, really is. Don't make things better or bigger than it is. Don't compare, but work on your own effort and judge that. And think proactively. If everyone jumping ship at the same time, it's hard. If you're a streamer and you want to stream your favorite game that's been out for 2 years, you have a way harder competition than if you're streaming something that's very timely, very out right now. But once again, if you choose those very timely, out right now audiences, they're probably not there because they love your persona. They're probably there because you were timely and someone else will be timely to you. So you might think that is easy, but it's not in the long run. The long run is figuring out, what are you here for? Who do you want to serve? And are you building that community rather than that audience, so people can help themselves in your absence? That's just some thoughts on life. Isn't easy. You will have bumps in the roads, but it's worth to stay focused on the position you do want to find, or stay in the position if you found it. If you've been lucky enough to find it, stay there, work hard on it, and you'll get to an easier life. And also be kind to yourself on the other perspective of easy. That is, whenever I look back on my life 5 years from now, for example, I wouldn't dare to be doing this on the camera, because now it's quite easy. It's not really easy, but it's easier. And that's what you should embrace. How can I make things easier? Because if it's really, really easy, you're not challenging yourself. But once again, every 5 years, and that might feel a long time to wait for our kids, and especially trying to persuade our kids to see the 5-year perspective. But you will share stories from your life when you were vulnerable and it felt hard, and then it became the normal, and eventually it became easy, and then it's time to level up and level up and level up. So share some thoughts from you, and then encourage them to share perhaps a journey in a game. It's quite often you move from zone to zone, having the same journey, mini journey over and over again. Have them share that. If they don't have real life work experience, if they do, ask them about that. Have you ever done something that felt hard, that now feel easy? And remind them on the ladder, where's the correlation? How can you learn both ways, into the game from real life, but also from the game, if things feel like a challenge in the real life world? There's some thoughts on easy, and making things easier should be the goal. Easy, then it's time to you reach a plateau and you really want to stretch yourself to take things to the next level. Thanks for stepping. Bye bye.